Macmillan Audio presents The Unit, My Life Fighting Terrorists as One of America's Most Secret Military Operatives by Adam Gamal, read for you by Peter Ganim, and with an introduction from the author. Without the foundation my parents set for me, I would never have made it anywhere. However, without the support, encouragement, and wisdom of my wife, I would have been dead by now. And without seeing the hope in my daughter's eyes, I would have never gone the extra mile. To the souls of my parents, and to my lovely wife, to my adorable daughters, do not let anyone slow you down. And a very special thanks to my great co-author, Kelly Kennedy. I could not have done it without your talent, patience, and dedication to this book. Author's Note.
When I landed in the United States at the age of 20, on a shiny day in July 1991, I felt as if I could breathe for the first time. In Egypt, where I was born, I did not have the freedom to breathe deeply, dream big, or jump high. As I grew, Egypt recovered from a coup that had taken place 4 decades prior, but still affected our daily life. To live in Egypt was to search constantly for a sense of self, to the extent that the late President Anwar Sadat called his book In Search of Identity. Most Egyptians are not fully Arabs, not fully Africans, and not fully Mediterranean. The military coup of 1952 deprived Egyptians of being just Egyptian. That affected many young men and women, me included. But on the day I landed in the land of the free, home of the brave, I filled my lungs with clean, crisp air and made a mental note. This is my chosen home. I will never go back. A year later, I watched a young Bill Clinton debate a wartime president, President George H.W. Bush, whom I admired greatly. I could barely order breakfast, let alone follow the logic of a debate. But I did understand I was watching democracy in action. Americans not afraid to talk about how they would make their country better, even in the presence of a sitting leader. That debate made me all the more determined to be an American, as well as to serve in the military. Nearly 30 years later, I see a different America. I see an America unwilling to open its arms to welcome newcomers. As an immigrant, I served in the military for more than 20 years. I fought, I bled, and I almost died to make sure others would have the same opportunities I had. And if I did it right, even more opportunities. From the snow of Bosnia to the deserts of Iraq, from the hills of Yemen to the mountains of Africa, I fought in every war since 1995. I deployed more than 14 times to make sure all Americans feel safe and are also treated fairly and equally. We Americans believe everyone has a right to food, shelter, safety, and a sense of belonging, even the pursuit of happiness. But now many great Americans lack the sense of belonging because of their religion, their national origin, or the color of their skin. I know that's not America. Most Americans are kind, welcome, and helpful. Take it from an immigrant who couldn't find his way out of a New York train station on his first day here. So let me tell you a story. It's a story of action and adventure, of sorrow and loss, of love and citizenship, of pride and acceptance. It's a story of a battle against an enemy that began in my youth and continues even now, with ideas about the way forward for my new nation. It's a story of building the American dreams, and always it's a story of hope. My disclaimer. As you listen to this, there are many great Americans who continue to take the fight to the enemy. Therefore, I intentionally use their first names or pseudonyms. I sought approval from the people whose true first name I'm using.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?